Doesn't even matter. Look. Hey, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us tonight at Live in the Lounge. I'm Dana.
I'm Jamie.
And we are so excited to have you here tonight. It's the first night of Hanukkah, so happy Hanukkah to all that celebrate. We're excited that you're spending the next half hour with us. Last week, we had so much fun talking with Lauren Fisher, who is a children's book author. She was a former teacher, and you can tell by the way that how her books are organized and her activity page at the end of the book and everything. Her teacher totally showed there. Very talented. Her books are wonderful. I just got her full series. We're very excited that she came on with us. We're getting closer to the holidays, so if you happen to be looking for any holiday gifts for kids or adults, because GM got for some of her adult friends.
I did. I felt like there were such simple lessons that if we started as adults learning as kids, we'd all be in a better place.
Exactly. So I have her information on the website and also on our social media channels. But let us not wait another moment. Tonight we have a very special lady on, Dr. Shivani Gupta. I've been friends with Shivani for about 5 or 6 years right now. She was introduced to me by a mutual friend. She embodies everything. She's peaceful, self-care, knowledge, empowerment, and we're really excited to have her here tonight. She's going to be talking about Ayurvedic medicine and how we can incorporate it into our self-care routines, which I think is something that we're all looking for and we're looking to find. I lost her picture for a second, so we're going to keep talking until she comes back on. We're really excited to have her on. There she is. Okay, so we are going to go back to Live in the Lounge. I love doing that.
Can I do it next time?
Yeah.
Or will that take too much joy from you?
It's very powerful. You're going to love it. Okay, so Shivani's popping back on. As soon as she comes back on, we will go live with her. If you guys are there, please say hello. We would love to say hi to you. If you have any questions for Shivani, please, by all means, leave responses in the comment section, and we will be sure to ask her any questions that you may have. And there is the beautiful Dr. Shivani Gupta. Thank you so much for joining us tonight.
Hi, thanks for having me.
Welcome.
Let's do Reader's Digest quick background.
Sure. So I am an Ayurvedic practitioner, and about 5 years ago, I started a supplement company called Fusionary Formulas because I had done my master's and my PhD in something called Ayurveda, which is a system of health and healing from India that's over 5,000 years old. And typically anyone who falls into a holistic health modality, it's because of their own health issues. I've had all my own health struggles that I had to dig in and fix myself using amazing practitioners. And so now that's what I get to do. I get to help people on their health journey.
That's awesome. Amazing. So what is Ayurvedic medicine?
Sure. So when you have all these modalities, right, under the umbrella of complementary and alternative medicine, you have chiropractic, massage, Reiki, so many different modalities we can go to, homeopathy, naturopathy. We also have Ayurveda. And so Ayurveda is the system of health from India that's over 5,000 years old. So in India, this is what was used from like the little old village man who used to treat everyone with herbs and plants and turmeric and ginger. All of that wisdom was collected in these sacred texts. And it's a system that's been used for 5,000 years. So it encompasses like nutrition, detoxification, herbology, even surgery and stuff. There's a lot to it. But what I love is it teaches us how to live this Ayurvedic healthy lifestyle every single day in like a simple way that just supports us in having vibrant health.
Very cool. Yeah. I know. I see all of your posts. You have a Facebook group that you post to. And I've learned so much just from your postings alone and the groups that you've had. So I'm really appreciative, and I'm glad that we could bring it to everyone tonight as well.
For sure. I love teaching. Like, to me, to share it and teach it and then see people apply it is the coolest part.
You're like, yes.
Yeah, exactly.
From theory to practice, that's the best.
You're like this, it's a win.
That's
sure.
awesome. So you mentioned that for you, the path that you took here was because of your own experiences. Who else, like, how do people become a candidate for, or someone that should consider this approach?
Well, you know what happens? We all have our own health struggles. And oftentimes what I realized was they're rooted in inflammation. And so as I was studying, I realized that I'm not unique in my health problem. Millions and probably billions of people suffer from issues that are rooted in inflammation, stress, and the impact stress has on our body, and our diet and what we're doing to ourselves. So basically anyone who has poor sleep, inflammation or joint pain anywhere in the body, gut issues like gut imbalance in your system, anyone who lacks self-care because we're so focused on others and we always forget about ourselves, anyone who just has low energy and wants to feel better. I mean, Ayurveda really has something for everyone. Those are kind of the areas I stick to, which is gut health, sleep, self-care, and inflammation.
Wow. I'm thinking, sorry, as you're saying all that, I'm just thinking about the impact of COVID on all of those things.
It's been bad.
And I'm wondering what has, if you think about your practice before and like what it was like, and now, what does that look like to the from to experience?
I think before we would be like, I'll take care of my health. Yeah, one day when I have time. And a lot of our like energy and attention went to like vacation and travel and like escaping. And now we were forced to stay home. We can't go on those big fun trips. But we brought in a lot of that comfort food and alcohol and those things. So what I'm seeing now that we're at the end of the year is people are inflamed. They are in pain. The sleep has been crap this year, such bad sleep across the board. Self-care went out the window for so many because all of a sudden everyone's working from home and everyone's schooled from home. So where do you, as the woman of the house, get some space to breathe or do self-care? So really, it's been a rough year. Now, some people I know have like succeeded and worked and hustled and in the business part, fine. But my belief is we cannot trash our health on our path to success. That is not going to lead to success in the end. And so I'm all about teaching people how to give like tiny little tweaks in your day so that you can still hustle and work, but we're not going to all end up in our 50s, 60s, 70s with these horrific diagnoses that we then have to deal with. And we're just doing healthcare management for the last quarter of our lives.
Yeah, that's amazing. I mean, I think about, even when people start transitioning back to whatever the new normal is, right? To be able to get ahead of it, even in the next few months, if we're all optimistic about what the next 12 months look like, what an opportunity as a New Year's resolution it is to say, okay, 2020 is over, and how could we embrace this?
Yeah, I mean, for me, I'm looking at it as like, let's clear the plate. Like, let's erase what 2020 did to our bodies, minds, emotions, and our spiritual selves, and get back to the most grounded, centered, aligned human, but also focus on vibrant health. Because no matter what you're doing, whether you're doing a vaccine or not, or whatever, you can open up your life again. I think having that strong, vibrant health and having like a mindful medicine chest around you leaves you supported. So whatever happens, you've got the remedies and you're ready to go.
So I have an interesting question. I was perusing your website and you have a Dosha Quiz. Did I say that properly? Dosha Quiz that you offer online. So let's say someone like myself is interested in learning how to do that 2021 detox, but I don't want to, I want to commit myself to it. Like I want to commit to it, but I'm worried that I don't want to overcommit, but I want it to hopefully be something that is going to be somewhat easy or attainable. Like what are the first steps to it? Or
such a great question. So detox is one of those things you have to commit. And I know it's hard because I'm an entrepreneur too. And so it's rare that I'm like, yes, like, sure, I have all the time in the world and I would love to just pause my life to do the thing. Right. The thing is, I try to be real practical. Like, I want it to fit into your life exactly as your life is running now. Even if that means meal delivery, juice delivery, like I'm all about the convenience of making it all work. And so just recently this year, I built something called Fusionary Method. And I got to teach these 20 women over 6 weeks how to apply all this. And it was the first time I did it. Like I had always been doing it piecemeal and in individual consultations. And the result was amazing because the women are like, I feel better, Shivani. I poop every day in the morning, which I know that sounds like a weird thing.
No,
that's like winning the Olympics. Like if I can get your digestive system on track, that's like a big, big win to me. Or if I can get your sleep on track, or if I can teach you tea time is me time and getting that self-care on point. And so in January, when I do lead the whole group program again, and I'm adding a detox to it, I'm considering having 2 levels, like cut 1 or 2 inflammatory foods and add the amazing nutrition back in, or the people who are hardcore, who are like, listen, I have a chronic inflammatory condition and I need to solve this thing once and for all. Like I'm fed up, give me the whole enchilada. And then they'll do the whole thing. And one lady in my program just lost 10 pounds. She feels amazing. I was like, she's like, you taught me how to do it. And I was like, can you come help me lose the 10 pounds? Like, come on. But I find that when you detox and you put the body in the healing state, our body wants to be in its whole balanced healing state. We just have to support it in getting there.
Right. You have to put your mind to it. And it's true. It's with almost anything that you're going to commit to. But I can see that. And I can see 2021 being that year. We always thought 2020 was going to be so cool. So it was a little bit of a change. But 2021, I see it as being, as you said, we've been home. No time like the present. Let's take care of ourselves now. We have the time. We're not really going anywhere. Focus on our bodies and ourselves. I'm simultaneously taking care of the kids, of course, but it's really, time to focus.
Yeah, because I find otherwise you're going to get slowed down anyway. Like I've owned my company for 5 years now. I know what burnout looks like. I hit it every year. And so many times I've wanted to throw in the towel, or I'm exhausted, or I can't focus, or and then we go off on that like new rat race of let me go fix the health, or let me go fix this other thing. If we're just consistent, then the body can stay healthy, mind healthy, energy healthy. Like I want everything, all cylinders ready to go, and then I can do my work. Yeah,
it makes total sense.
Not in spite of, it's If someone were, to come to you, like, I guess, what do you do to prepare for, like, I guess, is there a consultation? What does it look like if I'm saying, okay, I'm committed, in 2021 to take care of myself holistically, and I want to explore this? What do I need to come prepared to talk about or to tell you? And what would like a consultation even look like?
I'm going to ask real invasive questions.
Totally. Go for it. I'm ready.
I have an intake form where I want to know about bowel movements and every supplement you take and every surgery you've had, because I like to understand the whole picture of like where are you coming from. In Ayurveda, we're not asking like, oh, does your elbow hurt? I'll just give you a pill and we'll solve that problem. We're really looking at what is the root cause, what is the foundation, and where can you make tweaks so you're taking things that are more natural, or you have natural remedies in place. And so now that I've created this program, my intention is really to put groups of women together and then dive deep into the topics for 6 weeks at a time. Because that way we can go much deeper than just me individually. But I still do the Ayurveda consultations where I can sit down with someone, we get to have some tea together and really dive into how can we add in self-care? How can we fix sleep? How can we reduce inflammation around the clock? Because my family has diabetes. Like that's why I'm so obsessed with this. If we don't take care of our health now, the punishments later are just too big. And so I don't want anyone else to suffer like what I've seen my family suffer from. So I would rather we all learn the tools now. And are we going to be perfect? No, we're not going to be perfect every week of the year. But if we're doing a good job, the majority of the year, we detox like that once or twice a year, then all of a sudden you're on a totally different trajectory when it comes to your well-being, your energy, everything.
I think what you said about perfection, like people probably think if I can't be perfect, then forget it. I'm just not going to do it. But freeing someone by just even saying that, like it's okay. You're not going to be perfect. Twice a year, whatever works for your lifestyle is so powerful.
Yeah, I mean, in this group I was just in, I told one of the ladies we were doing a detox, and I said, here's the deal. It's 2020. No one's going to be perfect at a detox, not even myself. So let's just be real about it.
Yeah.
And the minute you fall off, say, all right, I fell off the horse. Cool. Next meal I'm back on. No punishing, no self-beating yourself up. Like we have to love ourselves to health. We can't hate ourselves to health. That's not going to work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, entirely. So this is something that people can integrate into their everyday life.
For
so
sure.
Jamie comes to you and she's like, I'm ready. It's learning. There's like lessons, there's education. Are there, like you were saying, like herbs and natural holistic, are there things that you need to gather? I mean, I don't know how to say it otherwise, you know what I mean? Like,
how do you prepare yourself for it, right?
Like, totally. It's a great question. So yeah, I mean, it sounds very abstract the way I'm explaining it, I guess. So when I sit with someone, my goal is to understand what is the main health issue you want to deal with. And let's figure out how to unpack that and get to a healthier place. How do we do that? Well, we shift your morning rituals. We shift your evening rituals. We shift all the aspects of how you sleep so that you sleep amazingly well and have like life-affirming, amazing sleep. We look at what supplements you're taking and do you need some recommendations around Ayurvedic herbs that would support you? Do you need turmeric in your life to reduce your inflammation? Do you need ginger? What teas or natural things can you make in the morning? Like I call them elixirs. In the morning, you can make 1 or 2 little elixirs real quick before your first coffee that ignite digestion and ignite the metabolism and get that system moving. I teach something as simple as using a tongue scraper. So in Ayurveda, we teach the importance of using a metal tongue scraper every single day. Because that, just like on the bottom of your feet in reflexology, they can push points and it causes things to happen in the body. In the same way, all the organs of the body are reflected on the tongue. And so just by looking at someone's tongue, you can tell if they have too many toxins in the body. And by scraping the tongue 7 to 14 times every morning, you'll ignite digestion, but you'll also detox the body. So I love that. It's like free, pretty much cheap. It's cheap and pretty much free to detox every single day. So then when you get to the bigger detox, you don't have as much to do. You've already supported yourself. Ayurveda also teaches about oil pulling. We teach about taking potent turmeric and like using turmeric to help support that inflammation. There's so many different ways to support the body, but I usually like to teach like 3 things. Like, let's incorporate the 3 things. Okay, we got those. Now we'll do the next. Now we'll do the next.
So it's like baby steps. It's very, very, very digestible for
exactly. Yeah.
Which is it's a very friendly way to approach it, I feel, because I'm the type of person, I'm so impulsive, and I'm like, I'm going to do everything. And then, like you said, you sit there and
it's not sustainable.
You sit there with Chardonnay and nachos, wondering why you're not doing the thing that Shivani said to do.
This is not tea. Same time.
I have my nachos. I
do have a Cobb salad next to me instead of nachos.
Oh man, you guys are doing the drinks right. I like it. So yeah, you can't do it all at once.
No, but I like that it's in little tidbits because it makes it easier. You don't feel as stressed. I would not feel as stressed because I would know, I'd rather take it slow and learn everything I can, excel, and then move on.
And that's the thing. I owned Fusionary. I mean, most people know me as the turmeric girl, that girl who talks about turmeric all day. And she tells us we take turmeric for everything. And that was me for a couple years. And I still am on my bandwagon about turmeric. But I decided that I didn't want to be the girl who gave you the pill for the problem. I wanted to take that time to say, look, there's so much more we can do for our health. I'll make it easy, I promise. And so the Dosha Quiz is really cool because your dosha is your mind-body constitution. So just like we have the body types, apple, pear, and whatever, in Ayurveda, we have these 3 body types. But once you know your body type, you can kind of shift your day to optimize based on your dosha. Your dosha will tell you when you should eat, when you should exercise, when you should sleep, what oils you should use, how you should eat, how you should fix your digestion. So it's really a way to kind of customize how we live our lives. And you can even start to understand other people. Like I had someone today who spoke to me who's a pure pitta, and they blew up on me. And I was like, they're a pitta. They're just reacting to their own lives. I'm not going to let that affect me. They'll cool their systems down when they cool their jets. And then we can have a rational conversation. But in a year like this, when we're all, in our own immediate families closer to each other, or we're at the holidays dealing with all the dynamics of our large families, I think it helps to have that awareness.
Yeah, I think that I had no idea that was even a part of it, but not just your own benefit, but being able to understand how others may engage or, behave a certain way. There's so many different ways to think about that, but not only are you benefiting yourself, but how you interact with others.
Exactly. It makes it easier. Yeah, makes it much easier.
Yeah, we have people making comments saying turmeric for everything. Someone else said, yes, I love turmeric and ginger. Hi, I finally made it. Yay.
Who are you, Facebook user? Reveal.
Love ourselves to help. I know the program that we use to give.
You can't say.
Yeah, so that's a good person. That's really funny. But a lot of people, we got a lot of replayers that watch the replay more so than live just because of the time and it's also holidays and stuff. So that's why I think she was like, I finally made it. Yay.
I have an idea who that is.
Who is it?
And like in terms of self-care, like think about it. How many times a day do you feel like you practice self-care?
I know that I don't.
I've started at night. Even like Dana's so good about skincare, and I just started this week of a routine and taking care of like spraying my linens before I go to bed and like just getting into routine and sleep, and it's made such a difference even in like 4 days.
Nice. That's awesome. So many women come to me who are like, can you just teach me to do self-care? And I'm like, sure. I love doing self-care all day. It's my favorite topic. It's my favorite thing to do. But I find once you get that in place, all your other health habits that you want to do fall into place.
What is your like number one self-care activity that you do for yourself?
Mine is tea time.
Is that I thought?
Yeah.
What kind of tea is it?
This is right now because it's late. This is peppermint tea.
Mm-hmm.
But all day I usually have green tea. Yeah.
Nice.
But I tea time, and I really take a moment. I call it tea time is me time, and I take the opportunity to like calibrate. I ask myself, am I hungry? Am I tired? What have I scheduled after this? How am I going to make sure I get to eat and do everything on time today? Have I overscheduled? Do I need to cancel some things?
Love that.
I really take a minute and I check in with myself, my gut, and I'm like, is this all going to work in a way that works for me or not? And then I'll adjust accordingly. And that's really led to me not showing up to places starved to death, not burning the candle at both ends, supporting myself on the journey, because I can't do it all and be there for everyone, but I can do a lot if I'm fed, hydrated, and like rested and cared for, right? And so I really take that time to check in with myself. And that's something I'd like to teach is like, how do we intuitively ask ourselves the right questions so that we're supported throughout our day?
So important. It's so important. I can't believe it's already almost down. Sad. Thank you so much. Before we go, I have to ask you. This is one of my favorite parts. It's the speed round. It's like speed dating. Mm-hmm. So we know what you do, but let's get a little bit more into Shivani. So do you, I already know the answer to this.
Yeah.
Coffee or tea?
Definitely tea. Obsessed with tea. So obsessed with tea. I want to like own a tea company just so I can make tea all day.
So do you have a specific brand of tea that you like? I know you said green tea and peppermint.
Yes. So I have 3 times a day. I have Rishi green jasmine tea. I'm obsessed. Then my alternative, like for my tummy to stay happy, traditional medicinals makes a peppermint tea. So I have this one once or twice a day. Then at night, I have my own deep sleep tea that I did make because it helps me go to sleep faster and better if I stay asleep. And then for January, I'm launching something called Metabolism Tea. So we can all boost our metabolisms in a healthy way so we can burn off 2020 and feel pretty and good again.
I love that. Burn off 2020.
Yes.
You need to trademark that. I love that.
I came up with it just now. Burn it off and burn it away and get rid of it and forget about it.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
I don't know if you drink wine.
I do.
Red or white?
Chardonnay. And my favorite on earth is Rombauer Chardonnay. If you've ever had it, it's like the best.
I'm gonna have to take notes on that. I love white. Yeah. And then, so what's your favorite flower?
I love peonies. Whenever there's peonies in season, I like collect the pink peonies.
Oh, beautiful. They are beautiful.
Yeah.
Okay, so when you're not teaching everyone self-care and Ayurvedic medicine, what are you doing? But I'm not drinking tea.
Okay. My favorite thing, and especially in a year like this one, is happy hour with my girlfriends. So when all life went to hell and we couldn't figure out what to do with ourselves, me and my friends like met in a parking lot in trunks and saw each other. And that was like in April. And that was the first time I felt like, okay, the world is going to be okay. As long as me and my 5 friends, we can gather and be in circle and unload and all that. So I really became closer to my 5 closest friends this year. And we have had these happy hours where inevitably one of us like bursts into tears and has like an almost nervous breakdown. But you like have to release the stress and chaos of this year. And so definitely happy hour with my girls, like at El Camino or anywhere yummy.
Oh, I like El Camino too. Taco Tuesday. So I have a question. What is next for you, for your future?
Next is my launch of my program again in January. I'll be launching it around January 5th. Metabolism Tea. I'm excited. I just designed something called Detox Box. So it'll like help everyone detox and kind of burn off 2020 and start really fresh. And I think this year, it just got me really centered and grounded in what matters. And that's my family and my closest of friends. So I've really kind of just cut the excess out of life and I'm simplifying. Like I'm doing a lot more yoga, exercising more, just kind of keeping it cleaner and keeping my energy up and my immune system up. It's one of my big focuses.
So you took classes for yoga certification, right?
Yeah, I did. I taught my first yoga class, I think a couple weeks ago. It was so fun. It was like magical to do it. So I'll just do that occasionally for fun. I don't have so much free time for it, but it was just fun to do. Yeah.
Cool. That is so awesome. Well, thank you so much. How can everyone find you?
Thank you. Yes, I was saying it's just fun to create a live experience, especially nowadays when we can't be live so much. To get to teach yoga but distance but outdoors was like the coolest feeling to finally create that feeling in people. People can find me on Instagram. On Instagram, I'm at Dr.Shivani Gupta and at Fusionary Formulas RX. I'm on Facebook a lot because I love Facebook. I have a group called Natural Remedies for Vibrant Health. And so that's where I'm getting to really teach a lot of this and show everyone how to live this life. And then my websites are shivanigupta.com and fusionaryformulas.com.
Awesome. And so you said your next program is starting
January 5th. And so I'll be sharing it in Natural Remedies as Fusionary School and Fusionary Method.
Okay, awesome. Well, thank you once again so much for being with us.
Thank you. Thank you for this chance to talk about self-care and taking care of ourselves.
Thank you. I'm super inspired. I'm going to reach out to you.
Very cool.
Well, have a great holiday. I'm sure I'll see you on the interwebs. And you might have 2 students in your class in January.
Please join me. It's going to be fun. It's going to be so good.
You could be like the sister duo doing it. I'm excited to detox box. I'm excited for burn off 2020. That tea, that's all we need.
I know, me too. I'm ready for it.
Well, have a great night, Shivani. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Be well.
You too.
Okay.